If your business slows down or you have a bad week or you lose a client, do you feel like a failure? Like if you're not crushing it, you're not growing, you're not doing enough, you're not hitting your goals, then you're worthless? Let me tell you something. You are not your business. I'm Diana. I'm a coach. I work with entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and today I'm going to talk to you about identity shift and how to move away from having your identity in your work and in your business and to have it in yourself. So let's go. So what I see with the people I coach is that their businesses become everything to them. It becomes their identity. And maybe you know this feeling that it's your identity, it's your worth, it's just your everything. It ends up being your reason for existing. So when things are going well, you hit your goal, you landed that new client, and you're getting amazing feedback. Then you feel amazing. You feel like it matters, like you matter. But when things slow down, when you lose a client, or when there's a month where nothing really happens, you spiral and you think, I'm a failure. I'm not cut out for this. And what's the point of me if my business isn't succeeding? And the thing is, that is so not sustainable because businesses has ups and downs. That's just how it works. If your entire sense of worth is in whether your business is doing well or not, if you feel like it's succeeding, then that's an issue. Because with that, when the business is then not doing well, you might end up burning out or maybe even worse. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to shift your identity. So you're not just an entrepreneur or a business owner. You're going to find identity in 3 other places as well. Because when you have multiple sources of identity, bad quarter in your business isn't that bad. It won't drag you down as much. So here's the identity shift. We're going to look at 3 different areas where you can attach who you are, the things you do to your identity. That will really, really help you. So let's go. Identity number 1. What is a role you play that has nothing to do with your business? Maybe you're a partner or a sister, you're a parent, a friend, learner, mentor, a community member, or a volunteer. So I have an example for you. I coached a client who is also a parent, and this client had so much of their identity in this one thing of being a business owner. And then losing a big client or losing even a smaller one can be really heartbreaking. And this client started feeling a loss of worth. And what I do is here I say, stop. The thing is, I get you. It sucks and it does hit, but you're so much more. One of the most important things that you are and that you have your identity in is being a parent, and a good parent at that. And you're showing a good example for your kid, and you're fucking amazing. Your kid doesn't care if you have one more or one less client. Your kid cares if you're there, if you have time to spend with them, if you love them. And another aspect of that is also that setting a good example that it's okay, that you don't put your whole identity in one thing and you don't let one thing blow you over. And that is value. And that is also who you are. What other role do you have in your life? That has nothing to do with your business. Write it down. I dare you. Because when your business slows down for a month, and not if, but when, that's also who you are. That the identity piece will still be there for you. Identity number 2. What is a value that you live by? That has nothing to do with your business. It can also be something you live by in your business, but it's also something that you live by as an individual yourself. It could be integrity. You're doing the right thing even when it's hard. Generosity. Help people out even when there's nothing in it for you. Curiosity. You're always learning and always growing. Resilience. You keep going even when it's hard. Authenticity. You show up as yourself always. Maybe you're the kind of person who always keeps your word no matter what, even when it costs you something. And maybe you're the person who's endlessly curious and always strive to be learning and growing as a human being. Or maybe you're the person who is radically inclusive and always want to include everyone and make sure that everyone is feeling good, then that is your identity and that is who you are. And that doesn't change whether you have a bad month or not in your business. You're still living by those values, so you're still you. So what value do you live by? Write it down, because when business is bad, that is still your identity. Identity number 3. What impact do you create that has nothing to do with your business? And that has nothing to do with revenue, with how many clients you have, how many likes you get, nothing to do with your business. I'm talking about the person's life you changed with one conversation, the community you build where people are feeling seen, the knowledge you share that helps people grow, or the example you set for other people who are struggling. I see people who change other people's lives, and not because they are 6-figure businesses or they hit a specific goal, but because they showed up authentically. They told the truth and they made someone feel less alone. And that is value and that is impact. So think about this. What is one way you have impacted someone that had nothing to do with earning money? Maybe you helped someone see themselves differently. Maybe you created a space where people feel safe. Or maybe you inspired someone to take a risk. And you guessed it, you need to write that down because it's part of your identity. And it doesn't matter if your business is up or down because it still happened. You still mattered. It still had impact. And you did that. So let's talk about why this really matters. It matters because when you're tying yourself to your business success, what you're telling yourself is, I'm only valuable when my business is growing. And that is a recipe for burnout, for anxiety, and for feeling like you're on a roller coaster where you're only as good as your last month. But when you tie your identity to multiple places, the role you play, the value you have, or the impact that you create for other people, you give yourself permission to be valuable, even when the business is slow. Isn't that amazing? And it's not because of what you do. It's because of who you are. You wouldn't tell a friend that they're worthless because their business had a bad quarter, would you? And you wouldn't tell someone you care about that they only matter when they're succeeding. So why are you telling yourself that? So here's the shift. You're not your business. You are not your revenue. You are not your past month's grow or decline. You are a whole person with value for just existing. And the sooner you start believing that, the sooner you stop tying your mental health to things that are outside of your control. And that also means that you way sooner can build a sustainable business because you're not constantly proving your worth through it. And that takes off some of the pressure as well. I want to hear from you. What is one part of your identity that has nothing to do with your business? Let me know in the comments. I want to help you celebrate because that is who you are. And if you need help with this, feel free to reach out. I am a coach, consultant. I love having these chats with people. I will leave a link in the description. And in tomorrow's video, we're going to talk more about treating yourself as an employee. With that, with joy and excitement, have an amazing rest of your day.